When I made that video, Blood Meridian shot to #1 on the Amazon bestseller list for like 3 days straight.
I bought it because.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Brandon and I both bought the book.
That's fantastic.
But we listened to yours first, and then like got the book and wanted to.
That's cool. Did you read it?
Yeah, it's very drawn out.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Although your version was way better.
I genuinely appreciated your version of Blood Meridian more because there were several things like campfire scenes and shit that like I did not read that deep into, and your breakdown of that. I was like, oh shit, dude, if I was just casually reading this, I would have blown past that. I didn't get the deeper meaning.
There's been a few times, especially with books. I think last time I was on the show, I talked about like The Road and stuff like that. But like with Blood Meridian, it was one of those moments I remember reading it late at night. And I just, like, I got so into it. In my mind, I picture, like, I'm there at the campfire. Like, I can see them around me. And, like, as I read the dialogue, I'm like, the gravity of what's being said sets in. It really, really pulled me in. But, man, I love that book so much.
Dude, the antagonist is the
judge,
most terrifying person ever.
There are several times, like, we'll be out, we'll be doing shit or whatever, and I'll just, like, go to Cody, like, I will never sleep, I will never die.
Bro, like... my video is kind of cheating a bit. I feel like I robbed people a little bit of some of the nuance to him because I actually just explained it. But like when you're watching or like when you're reading the book and it's describing the stuff involving like the children or whatever, it is so, because the book is so, what's the word? Metaphorical in a lot of senses. It'll talk about the sunrise and it will be like, the great red hell that set over the landscape that ignited fire on the earth, like it's stuff like that. It's like very beautifully done. And then as they start to describe some of the travesties that are happening, it's done in a similar tone. And there's a part of you that's like, did that actually happen? And as more and more evidence of it accrues, you start to build in the back of your head. So like spoilers, right
even how it ends is like.
Are you good over here?
No, I'm laughing over here. I'm like, I'm trying not to smile on camera. I'm like, I'm watching a Wendigoon video in real life.
I know, dude, it's so dude, I can hear you talk forever, and I'm like, I'm happy with this. If this podcast was 8 hours, I'm like,
I appreciate that. That's very kind.
You didn't rob any of the nuance from me. To this day, I still don't want to be raped by a giant albino.
Yeah.
We'll be at. Oh, dude, we were at. I think Red Hot Chili Peppers concert in San Antonio. Like the bartender, we were like,
he's lying. We know that.
We were at a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, and the bartender where we were at, I'm like, he looks like the judge.
Stay away from him. Like, I'm glad I didn't invite my son.
Is there an outhouse around here?
Oh my god, bro, that ending, it terrifies me. It terrifies me so much. Like, yeah, so what I meant by like robbing and stuff is like the nuance of like him being a right? Yeah. The way it's described is it will describe the judge. Like there's a scene where it's a storm and he's naked on the roof of the building, like reciting like Greek epics or whatever. And then there is like a clause that says the next day a child was missing in the village. Yeah. The gang gathers their caravan together. It's like, whoa, what does that mean? And I didn't put it together until like the third or fourth time. And I'm like, oh no. And I start to think about what the implication of that is.
And then you remembered what the Greeks were known for. And then you
So you really start to see it come together because he's at a campfire one day and he's like got this kid. And
oh
he's, like,
my
being
gosh,
nice to the kid, and they come back and he's already like snapped their neck or something.
He's scalping them. Yeah. And then it's
nonchalantly because it was a talk with one of the other guys. And
but it's never explicitly mentioned.
No.
Yeah.
But it's just always associated.
Toadvine comes back and he sees that he's killed the kid, and Toadvine levels a gun at him. And the judge is like, funny that you would do this now. After all the murder we did back in the village, after the thousands you saved, this one means something to you. And Toadvine thinks about it, uncocks the gun, and walks away. Because Toadvine is a hypocrite in that respect. He just got done slaughtering a village, but because I was around this one for a few days, his life is special.
Although in this respect, for the unsub audience, if you've never watched his video on Blood Meridian, or if you've never listened to Blood Meridian or read it, please go read that book. It's very fucking good. It's
a good book. We don't have to spend the whole time on it, but I really like that book. It's like, yeah, I think about it a lot. There's a few stories I read that like come back to me in moments when I'm thinking about writing, thinking about stories, and I think about the judge a lot. Like just what he represents, how powerful of a figure that is in the world. It's interesting.